Hey there, Gemini fam. How's it going? Thank you so much for joining me for this tarot reading. I'm a little curious as to what kind of positive vibes you may have to look forward to in March of 2025. So let's see. Okie dokie, as per usual, I have pre-shuffled. Let's begin with the good old archetype cards, right? Let's cut them together. I almost dropped that shit. The unseen. Okay, I do see you. And on the bottom is the seed. Okay. I feel like there are gifts that you've always had. And at this point in your life, you're recognizing not only that it's real, but it's always been there. Loud ass car, number one. Thanks for the confirmation. Because that's what this is about. Your ancestors, your spirit guides, whatever that means for you, whatever the divine universe and all that good means for you, it surrounds you. You may be receiving messages, and there's too much that's occurred recently. You can't deny it, whether you want to science it or not, right? And the fact that the seed, you know, what's the deal with seeds? The tree's always been in there, right? From the get-go. You never needed those wings. So, yeah, there's some confirmation for you, maybe. Let's check with the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck. Gold. You don't need anyone else to fix you. You have people in your life, at least one person in your life, who's been trying to tell you that they know how to help you. They know how to fix you. They know who you are and exactly what you need. And guess what? They're full of shit. You know what helps? If that person could actually listen to you when you talk, then they might get to know you a bit more, right? On the bottom, we have Voyage. You already have all the answers. Are you sensing a theme? Like, you know yourself. You've been through so much. And all of that experience has enabled you to gain all this lovely wisdom. And you know that. You don't need somebody else to explain anything to you, including me, right? I'm here just to share some positive vibes and maybe a different perspective, and probably a whole bunch of confirmation is what I'm seeing right about now. I'm looking at the unseen and I'm like, it's what I'm seeing. Whatever. This just, I'm having a moment. Thank you for sharing it with me. This is, I love it when this happens. I freaking love tarot. So let's move on to the tarot. Sounds about right. And see if we can get some clarification. We're going to try. And split or cut that deck in three, pull up the middle like we do. I like to think of the tarot as a story. Those may be the prologue a wee bit. So let's see. I'm just saying, you got the Empress on the bottom of the deck. And to me, the bottoms of the deck are the main gist, the main vibe. Like the Seed card and Voyage. Like, this is making me wonder if the extra notes are going to pop up. One that I saw earlier, which was, why do you keep asking the same question? Whose advice or whatever are you really seeking out when you already know what to do, right? And the Empress... that bitch is cozy. She's so cozy in her chair, just relaxing and shit. She's not only nurturing and compassionate, she's all about love. She's got that Venus symbol with her just to, you know, make a point. But she's not forcing anything. She doesn't have to. She magnetizes it to her. Others want to help her and take care of her. And don't worry about masculine, feminine, and all that. Like, energy's energy, fam, right? I'm not worried about your gender. That's not what we're discussing, right? It's more that, like I said, that nurturing vibe, right? You are full of so much love. It's emanating from you. People are a bit drawn to you, aren't they? But I'm guessing that this has a bit to do with that, whether they're in this plane or nah, fam. So chapter 1 is the King of Swords. There's that masculine energy for you. The King of Swords. I love the King and Queen of Swords because I like to refer to them as those who are the ones who are very capable of actually having a friendly debate. You know what I mean? As a conversation. What are you getting so emotional for? Right? They have such clarity. They've been there. They've done that. They're not confused just because they're hearing the opinions of others. You know what I mean? They're very secure within themselves. And I love that they even have like the puffy white clouds, and he's got a few birds, or at least two. Two birds. Just to show that like freedom and peace of mind, nothing tethering them down. You know what I mean? But also very aware that that blade is double-edged, right? So they know that with great power comes great responsibility. So they aren't just, you know, with that tongue, right? Chapter 2. Yeah. What's going on? We got the 10 of Swords. You are ending a very painful cycle. Maybe this could also just be like this, it's already in the past and you're already in a fresh one. Like that's what I'm feeling, is we're just acknowledging where you've been, right? You've had to deal with a lot of betrayal, cheating, lies, people trying to insult your intelligence. And I feel like when we're dealing with the swords and the mind, that's a lot of things that others may not even realize you have going on, right? Your thought processes and such. You may be holding it close to the chest, right? But my problem with this is I'm pretty sure that some of these blades are self-inflicted. And you don't deserve that either, okay? I want you to take care of yourself. Your mind should not be a prison. So I'm glad it's just the 10 and not the freaking 9 or the 8, okay? But we'll see. Either way, we're going to lift you back up, because what else? What's my favorite thing about this card? If you're new here, if you're returning, thank you for your patience. Well, I repeat myself, but here comes the sun. Do, 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 do. It's the end of a painful chapter, and it can get right on out of here, right? Bye-bye. Bye. All the pain from it, the turmoil, all of those emotions, they can stay in the past. The only thing that the past has to offer you now is more wisdom. Okay? Never lose sight of that. And something tells me you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So let's see about chapter 3. All that passion, all that drive. Now, I can give you a heads up with this Knight of Wands. Don't be too hasty. Don't be too impatient, okay? You got a fire under your ass, and just be careful. But the thing about this one is, even when they stumble, things just happen to work out. Funny, right? Either that or you got a message coming in that is really tapping into your creativity, your courage, your drive, right? We shall see. Chapter 4. We got some balance going on here. We officially have the Queen of Swords. I like that. We got the King on one end of the 4 that I have laid out, and the Queen right there at the other. So that just really, I feel like it really ties it all in. That this painful cycle has served you very well. At least at this point, it sucked while you were in it. We're not going to underestimate or insult that. But you're not only handling things and doing stuff with clarity and drive, it's also internal clarity, right? And peace of mind. There's, like I already freaking said, and I really am repeating myself. Balance, grasshopper. right? What's going to come up underneath the king? Do you ever fumble over your words? Sometimes it just happens. Underneath the King of Swords is the Hanged Man. Okay, let's talk about it. Because this can mean that there are certain things that you're wanting to happen at a particular time and you're pushing for it and going, but dude, you just need to chill. You need to take a moment, right? You're not done with that enlightenment, right? There may be things that you may feel that you did that you should be atoning for, right? And either way, if it's taken however long it's going to take, well, then you might as well enjoy yourself, right? You might as well get your head on right for this next chapter and all this groovy shit that you have coming in, because it's coming, all right? It's coming. There's a beautiful sunrise in that Ten of Swords. Thank you, all right? Like, this speaks of like a holding pattern, right? Like, you just gotta just take a moment. Just take a moment. What if you've always been on the right path? What if you are doing the right thing for you, for your journey, right? Don't worry about the judgment of others. This is your path. And if they don't understand, fuck them. They don't have to, right? They don't need to know what you're doing. They don't need to know how much determination and strength and courage and resiliency you've, for lack of better words, earned throughout everything, right? So just breathe. Swords of the air, my friend, and so is Gemini. Just breathe, okay? You've got this. When it's meant to happen, it's gonna, all right? What's coming up underneath that Ten of Swords? What I say? What did I say? Dude, you have not only a new beginning, but you got support. Heck yeah, you do. Rock that shit. This could be phallic. I mean, Pamela, please, right? I don't know. You tell me. Underneath the Knight of Wands is the Seven of Swords. We're right back down to the dang swords. Okay, so there's two sides to this. This is generally referred to as the Thief of the Tarot, right? Again, the betrayal, the pain of it all, right? Except I like to think of it, because this is about the positive vibes and the words of encouragement, right? The positive spin on things. All this wisdom that you have gained from that betrayal, and including little things that you may have done, you know, little strategic crap you've done here, there, that might have been a little bit shady. I don't know, whatever. Either way, this is broad daylight. It's broad daylight. No one's hiding shit. You're not hiding shit. But it's a perspective thing, right? I like to think of it as everything that you've learned from this whole thing as wisdom. Wisdom gained, because he's leaving some behind, right? It's like, okay, you keep that. I don't want it. I don't need that. I don't need that. I'm moving on with all of that wisdom in check. Broad daylight. And there may be people who feel left behind, who maybe feel a bit betrayed, but they're on their path. And if they want to continue misunderstanding you, that's their perspective, and it doesn't change your life at all, because you're doing your thing, which you have every right to, right? What's coming up underneath that Queen of Swords? We got 2 10s on the table, fam. Do you think the cards are making a point? Do you think they're making a point? Boosh, Dark Night of the Soul is done. Are you open to this new beginning? Maybe you feel like you've been having some false starts or whatever the heck. I mean, what? It's all a process. It's all lessons learned. I don't believe in tests. I don't believe that the universe tests us or our ancestors or anything like that. I think when we learn, we live it. We are the example, right? And the Wheel of Fortune in particular speaks of a lot of difficulties that are ending and a new cycle beginning, and the odds being ever in your favor, because what? Here comes the sun. Don't make me repeat myself, because I'm just simply gonna. Right? How about the epilogue to this beautiful tale? So we've been able to shed some light on things. That is full AF, am I right? And the moon not only speaks of secrets being illuminated, while, you know, and it needing to be enough, you already know enough to be able to do what you got to do, right? But let's honor how far you've come, how much you've evolved, not just in this recent painful cycle, but your entire life. Whether it's all these decades or just, you know, a couple, whatever. I don't care. I'm more about the mind and the soul than anything else, right? Honor that. You're not down in the muck and the mud like crawdads and such, and lobsters. What is this, right? And while we are animals in our own rights, you've evolved so very much. And once again, I'm reminding you that the universe has your back. The divine, whatever that means to you, has your back. You are loved. You are supported. And you've got this. All right? Okay. Moving on. Let's check out the extra notes to this reading. I have a couple that are trying to come out. Oh, Lana Del Rey, I've seen the world, lit it up as my stage now. Channeling angels in the new age now. I freaking love this shit. You see what I mean? Thank you for the confirmation, Spirit. I appreciate you. And the second card that wanted to come out is Go Ask Alice. Logic, proportion, knowing darn well, right? You're not confused. You can hear the opinions of others without losing yourself, and you're not second guessing yourself the way you may have in the past. And I want to repeat again, I remind you, not repeat, that we have the Empress on the bottom. You are like a magnet, drawing in all these positive vibes and manifestations. Just enjoy yourself. But also, who's the Sag? Who's the Sagittarius, huh? What's up with that? And the Aries? Isn't that all fire? Right? Maybe it's touching on this, right? And just reminding yourself of the balance of it all. Or those two are going to be playing a very particular part in things in March. And on the bottom, we have, why do you keep asking the same question? Don't you know? I think you do. I think you're doing just fine. And I think you know that deep down. Okay? So you just keep going and you continue to follow through. Because you already got it going on. You're already on the path. You are always on the right path. Maybe you just needed that reminder, and I'm happy to oblige. Thank you so much, either way, for joining me in this tarot reading, for keeping me company, especially if you watched it all the way through. Thank you. And always remember that I love you.